Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. I already made a couple of videos today and really wasn't planning on making another one, but I noticed that a few people kind of liked my stuck video, and so I was thinking about it and I was doing some research on the internet and I came across a few sites and it made me think about something. You know, part of being stuck, it's avoiding. So the question could be, what are you avoiding? What is it that you're not doing that you know you really should be doing? Or perhaps, let's look at it the other way. What are you doing that you know you shouldn't be doing? So what are you avoiding? And then after you figure out what you're avoiding, what's the reason you're avoiding it? I can tell you what the big reason is. You have to say what the small reasons are. See, the big reason you are avoiding doing anything is because what you're telling yourself in your head. For example, taking out the trash. Oh, I don't feel like taking out the trash, I can do it tomorrow. Nah, it's too cold, I'll do it later. Nah, I don't feel like doing it right now, I'm watching TV. And on and on and on. A million reasons why you're not doing it. But they're all small reasons. See, inside your head, you're telling yourself that doing this is gonna maybe cause you a little discomfort, so you avoid. It's kind of like prepping. See, the reason you prep is because you know if you fail to prepare today, you prepare to fail tomorrow. And you don't want to fail. So you prep. If you say, oh, I don't feel like prepping, then you know you're running a risk. So by telling yourself you don't want to fail, it causes you to take action. You know, you guys see me out there, the wood pile's growing. Do you really think I really like to cut wood and enjoy cutting wood? Not really. I mean, it's something to do. You start doing it, and you just do it, you do it, you do it. Next thing you know, hours have gone by and you got a big pile of wood. But I do it because I don't want to freeze. I want to stay warm. Do I always want to do it? No. I mean, some days tougher than others, oh yeah. But I do it. I don't avoid it. And see, another thing is in your mind you might think, oh, it's a huge job, it's a big job. I mean, you've seen the videos, you see how much firewood I have to cut. I haven't even put a dent in it. Maybe 10%. But see, if I focus on the big job, then I'm going to feel overwhelmed, and I've already done a video about that. So I go, hey, if I can just cut, you know, I'll just cut this much, or I'll do it for an hour. And so I get the job done that way, a little piece at a time. And that's how you do it. But you see, if you're stuck, that's because it's what you're telling yourself in your mind. And chances are you're avoiding something. And once again, it's because of what you're telling yourself in your mind. So you got to get your mind right, as the captain said in Cool Hand Luke. Get your mind right. You do that and the rest will follow. So you might say, well, how do I get my mind right? Well, let's say you got 3 things to do. What's the most important one? You do it. And you don't think about the other 2, or anything else. You just do it till it's done. Then you cross that one off your list, and now you decide between the next two, well, what's the most important thing to get done? And you work on it. It's kind of like the same thing in the overwhelm video. Pretty much the same strategy. So you got to focus. Focus all your energy, focus your attention. Now, many people can't focus for more than about 15 seconds. And then their mind starts thinking about other things. If you don't believe me, pull out a watch and try and focus on that sweep hand for a minute. Chances are you won't be able to do it. There'll be some other thought will pop into your head and distract you. That's just the way the mind works, especially if it's an untrained mind. You might experience periods of focus. And sometimes you won't be able to focus at all. But you have to practice. You get better at it. A lot of times you can't focus because you're a little fidgety. You want things to happen a little bit quicker than they're going to happen. Get a little anxious. That doesn't work either. See these guys out here fishing, they just have to sit back and wait. They cast the line and they're hoping for a bite, and they hope they can set the hook, and they hope they can reel it in and land it. The line don't break. So what are you avoiding? I don't know. You might be embarrassed to say, or you might put it out there in a reply. And you might say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to avoid this anymore. I'm going to take action. It's just one of those things that you have to learn about yourself. Now, one other thing about avoiding, I talked about the big job is, see, when you tackle it, give yourself, say you're going to work for 15 minutes solid on the task, and then give yourself a break. Then the next time you decide you work at 20 minutes solid, no breaks. Then when you're done, it's kind of like exercise. You build up, and then sooner or later you'll be able to work a couple hours, no break, focused on task, getting things done. But you see, we're human, and we're kind of like, our energy's kind of like the tides, flows in and out. Sometimes we got a lot of energy, sometimes you don't. Some people are night people, some people are morning people. You got to find out when you work best, and that's when you focus on that most important task. The time when you work best. Yeah, see, most of this stuff is simple, and you probably already know it. Well, it looks like these guys are going crabbing. I hope they got their crabbing license, but that was another video. Focus. Avoiding. What are you avoiding? Sometimes you tell yourself if you do it, it might not turn out quite the way you had hoped for, so that's why you avoid it. A little fear of failure. But I mean, how bad can it be, really? Come on, give it a shot. Just go ahead and do it. Can't be that bad. It's nothing that you can't fix, right? If it's messed up in the first place, you try and fix it. I mean, how much worse can you make it? Right? I mean, especially nowadays, There's YouTube videos. You can learn how to fix just about anything just looking on YouTube. It's almost no excuse not to give it a shot. Now, I was watching a video today. It was pretty cool. How to fix a drain plug that's stripped out. I learned something new. It's not that hard. So if I ever encounter a drain plug or something else that's stripped out like that, I know what part to buy to fix it. So what are you avoiding? What's the reason you're avoiding it? Just face it. If you're a prepper, what preps are you avoiding? I mean, really, what preps are you avoiding? We talked about this earlier. You know, because if you avoid it today, chances are you're going to have to face it tomorrow, and then avoid it again tomorrow, then face it the next day and avoid it. So you might as well just do it, get it over with, so you can focus on other things, right? Well, I think it's time for me to get back to doing what I need to be doing, but it just popped in my mind, so I was down here near the water, so I thought I'd stop by and shoot another water video. Since people seem to like these water videos, they call them mini vacations or something. Hey, look at that. Looks like they got some crabs there. Let's see how many they keep and how many they throw back. Oh, they had to throw that one back. And it looks like they had to throw that one back. And had to throw that one back. Oh. Hey, there's one for the bucket. All right, we'll end on a good note. Till next time.